Welcome to your home, your market, your move. We're the Cerretani Team, and this is where real estate gets real. Let's go. Hi, ladies. It's so good to see you. And so today we're going to be talking about photography and staging and some tips and tricks of the trade.
Yes.
Kind of how we work together to make all of that happen.
There are lots of tips and tricks.
Yes. That's great. So why don't we start with, do you want to do the whole house or would you like to do room by room?
So let me start off by saying that when I have a date and time scheduled with a client, I will send them my real estate prep guide, which is also on my website. And that's something that my realtors can pass on to their sellers so they can also help get the home ready. So if they only have a few hours to get ready, are they going to mow their lawn or are they going to clean their mirror, for example?
Right.
So that's where this helps prioritize the list for sellers.
That's awesome. That's great because you can feel so overwhelmed.
Yes.
You know, that will be really, that is, and I have to say that my sellers love that guide. It really helps them kind of filter through, you know, what to do first.
Yes. So as we talked about last episode, removing all declutter. So the home at this point should be decluttered as best as it can.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what we mean by decluttering is taking away or storing personal photographs on the walls or on the tables or anywhere, all personal belongings, meaning photographs, all your jams and jellies, if you would, in your bathroom, put them in the cabinets, put them in a nice basket, then put them in a cabinet. Just decluttering, like the countertop should be free and clear of coffee machines, toasters.
All our small appliances.
Yes, I mean, if you use them on the daily, then just put them in the cabinet, take them out when the house isn't being shown or an open house. All kids' toys should be put away, meaning like even in a big basket in the closet or a big basket with a nice pretty top on it. Just things like that to declutter. When you go into a bathroom, there should be nothing but a nice little plant on the vanity and a colorful artwork and white towels fresh. That's it. All tangible items in a bathroom should be gone. No, I don't want to see
Toothbrushes.
Yeah,
right?
Multiple with a cord.
No. I don't want to see your waste paper barrel. I don't want to see your scale. I don't want to see your
shampoo and razors.
Your toilet bowl brush and a beautiful canister. That all
has to go.
Has to go.
So let me dive in here to my list that I give all my realtors. So let's start with the exterior. So for starters, no cars in the driveway.
Right.
And that includes the realtor and the real estate photographer's car. We always park away
across
and
the street
walk.
or away from the house because drone will also be done too.
Yes.
Hope, you know, if you've got a good photographer and realtor doing that, you should have some drone. It gives the home perspective in the neighborhood.
Yep. So upon the real estate photographer's arrival, all windows should be closed completely and all blinds should be open all the way. And that's to allow all the natural light inside the home. And also when I'm doing drone and outside my exterior shots, there's going to be no focal point because if we have a window open, that's where the eye is going. So just have all windows closed, all shades open all the way, get that light in. Mow the lawn.
Yes.
Mow the lawn or do a fall cleanup.
Remove your weeds from the cracks in the concrete.
Yes.
I can virtually remove this, and I do that for my realtors, but you're having an open house anyway.
They're
Just
going to see it.
remove your weeds.
Curb appeal, right?
Remove the leaves, sticks, and branches. Hide your recycling and trash barrels.
Yes, I agree. Yep.
Tidy your hoses. Have them all wrapped up. Do not have them out for me.
Right.
I do edit those as well, but it's so much better when they're tidy.
Totally agree.
Deck furniture needs to be tidy, and if you have a pool, make sure it's cleaned.
Yes.
Moving along to general interior, remove all personal items. The refrigerators should have no magnets.
Nothing.
Yes. No magnets.
No photos of
no
your
bumper
children or pets.
stickers.
Well, the whole house should be completely depersonalized.
Yes, but for
right?
some reason,
Things
people
remain.
forget about their
They do,
refrigerator.
yeah. Well, you have your reminders there and
Replace burnt out light bulbs.
So let's stop there for a minute, because let's talk about lighting a little bit, because I think lighting is a huge topic. Because even after I have replaced light bulbs, sometimes there's just not enough lighting in the home. So I've actually brought in some of my own lamps and lights to try to light up certain corners, because it's really important. So what type of lighting would you recommend, Tina, as a designer in thinking about the space? Does it depend on the colors in the home or what style it is?
I think 99.9% of all homes should be soft white light bulbs.
Okay, so soft white, not bright, bright.
No,
And why would you not want bright, bright?
because it casts a cool cast, if you would,
Yep.
over the space, and it's very cold and unwelcoming.
I also find that it makes you feel like you're in like a surgery room, like in a
Cold.
hospital, right?
Right, cold.
And it also will show any imperfection, right? So it doesn't add an ambiance of feeling comfortable.
Like warm white
Right.
does.
So
A
warm white light
Yep.
provides the color you need, the brightness you need, without highlighting all the imperfections that
And
might
it
be there.
creates a cozy cocoon, if you would.
Yeah.
And it's just
yeah.
warm and soft.
Right.
And every light bulb in the house should be the same warm white.
Yes,
Yes.
I agree. So in a lot of homes we see recessed lighting, right? And so it's so funny. When we first bought our house, we had tons of recessed lighting, and they were all different colored bulbs in there, between warm light, like cooler light. It wasn't just warm, it was like different shades of warm and different shades. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is driving me crazy. But the new light bulbs today for recessed lighting, they come with all of those temperatures.
Yeah.
So you could, before you plug it in, you can select and be consistent in all of your recessed lighting, which I think is really key and helpful.
Totally, Kate.
Yeah.
And just look at photos on MLS.
Yes.
Because if the lights are out, notice that the real estate photographer did that intentionally, whether it was a light bulb missing or it was different colored lights. Usually all my lights are on, and I will only turn them off if I have a missing color.
A missing color.
A missing light,
Yeah.
or it's just different.
And
I
speak
actually-
to,
yeah.
like for your home. So when someone's walking your home and they're touring your home, right? Like if all the light bulbs are the same color, they're going to notice that and they're going to be like, wow, they really take care of this home.
Right.
Right? And it's not like
Even
a
if it's
neglect.
subconscious,
It's not
right?
neglected. So I think that's a big key too when
Yeah.
we're talking, we're talking about sellers or we're talking about buyers to,
Well,
point
whenever
out the
you
different
walk
things
through a
about
home,
that.
you do a lot of subconscious checking.
Yeah.
Right?
You do, yes.
So you may not say to yourself on like out loud, oh, they have all the same color. It's just a subconscious thing.
Right.
And it makes you feel like the home is well cared for.
They're just going to subconsciously think that it's well cared for and it's warm and cozy.
Yes.
And it's not going to be one thing on their checklist of, well, I'm going to have to buy new light bulbs. That's already one negative thing about the home, right? When they're going on, you're turning on lights when you're going to show your client a certain room or a pantry or bathroom, whatever it is. So, it's a
And if
good
the lights
takeaway.
don't work when you pull the switch on, is it the electrical problem or is it the
Or is it
light
the light
bulb?
bulb? Yeah.
So there's your checklist of issues start to go off in their head.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
Trash in every room,
Yeah.
hide it, put it in the closet. We don't need to see trash in photos. Tidy remove toys, as Tina said earlier. Hide pet-related items. So I'm constantly seeing the food. I don't know why sellers always forget to put away their cat and their dog.
Well, because they worry that they won't have access to their water. Right?
So-
they want to make sure that, they get to drink when they need
So
to.
just put it away before I arrive.
Right.
That way I can spend more time getting my ankles that I need to get rather than tidying up after their
Yes.
animals.
Right, right.
Turn on all of your lights. Every single light, turn it on. I will turn it off if I think it should be off. But do that ahead of my time because I'm like on a scavenger hunt trying to figure out which light switches. I call it the light switch game. All TVs should be off. All monitors should be off. In post editing, I add a wallpaper.
I love that. I love that you add that landscape on the TVs and the computers, and she also puts fire in the fireplace,
Yes.
which I love.
Yeah, it's a nice
Yeah.
touch.
Ceiling fans need to be off upon my arrival, and that's very important for me because sometimes it takes
Yeah.
a full 5 minutes for the ceiling fan to
It's
stop.
interesting because other photographers want them on. Why would they want them on?
Only for videos.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yep.
Maybe they're doing both at the same time. I don't
For
know.
videos, the sink can be on.
Yes,
The
right.
ceiling
right.
fan can be on, but
Yeah.
for still photos, off.
Right, right.
Organize objects on all open shelves.
Yes, right.
If you don't know how to organize it, put it in a box. I'd rather see nothing on the shelf
Right.
than
Or a few little tastefully accessories and
absolutely.
put
So
tastefully.
let me ask you, I'm curious, like you have this amazing list and you give it to your realtors. I share it with my sellers. How many people, like if you were to say on a percentage when you walk into a home to photograph it,
Yes.
how much time do you,
Excellent question.
yeah, how often is it like pristine, you're ready to go?
I'm gonna say 1 out of 10 houses
1 out of 10?
follow this list perfectly. 1 out of 10.
And do you see a trend with these houses?
It's the
that-
realtor.
It's the realtor that they hire?
Yep.
Okay.
It is.
Okay.
It's the realtor. The realtor is on them. And oftentimes it's the seller, like Jenna had, not
Yeah.
wanting someone else in her home.
Yep. Yeah, it gets hard, because at the end of the day, you own your home and you make that decision. And we just do the best we can with our recommendations. You can take it or leave it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rugs.
Rugs.
Remove them. If you have beautiful floors, remove your rugs.
Oh, right.
So
You wanna
little
expose the
small
house.
rugs,
Right.
remove them.
Yeah.
Or if they're dirty, that's disgusting. Remove your rug.
Right.
You may want to just toss it in the trash.
Our little OCD Jenner over here. She's like, I need it to be clean.
What shall we do next? Kitchen, bathroom, dining room, or bedroom?
Let's do kitchen.
kitchen.
Okay. Clean surfaces and sink. I love the cleaning ladies that come in and
Yeah.
clean because this is their job. This is how they make it.
Things are shining.
Yes, absolutely. Hide all but 2 appliances. And the 2 that you have, make sure they're
Clean.
clean and they're updated.
Yeah.
We don't need to see your old crock pot from
Yeah.
1990. Hide soap, sponges, towels, cutting board, knives, etc. Just bare kitchen
Just put
counter.
it in the cabinet.
Yeah. Right.
Calendars. A lot of people have calendars in their kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Must. That's an absolute must.
Well, we don't want to, so I view that as depersonalizing because I don't
Yes.
want buyers to come through reading somebody else's appointments
Of
if they have
course.
scheduled because then they're not seeing themselves in the home.
Right.
Yeah.
They immediately, and again, it's another one of those subconscious things that
Yep.
happen,
Yep.
right?
And I
And
think even
theft.
using the word depersonalizing instead of saying, okay, we're going to declutter your home, because sometimes
Yeah.
people take that to offense.
They
right?
do,
If they don't think that
absolutely.
their home is
Yes.
physically
Yep.
cluttered, it's just a lot of stuff of we're going to depersonalize your home, meaning we're going to take some things down. So I think it depends on who your client is of
The goal is
how
neutralizing, right? But when you're depersonalizing, you just want everybody to see themselves able to live here.
Absolutely.
It just means taking out the personal
Yes.
to put your house on the market.
And some have more personal than others.
And we talked about having nothing on the refrigerator, but that is very important.
It is very important.
Shine those appliances.
That's right.
Right.
Bedroom, dining room.
Dining room.
Dining room, straighten and push in your chairs.
Yes,
It helps me add centerpiece.
Clean your table. Make sure your dining room table doesn't have crumbs on it. Right?
So here's a
From your
question
last
for
night's
you.
dinner. Please clean your table.
Yes, please clean your table. But I have seen people set their dining room tables for photography. How do you think that is, setting the table or not setting the table?
I don't set the table when I'm staging, only because people don't live that way.
Right. They're not sitting down to Thanksgiving dinner.
Right, and it looks too staged. I don't want my stagings to look like they're staged.
Right.
I just want the house to feel warm and inviting and appeal to the masses of buyers.
Right.
So I just put a couple of beautiful, tastefully placed centerpieces and call it a day.
I love that.
I think that's really important. I also think that not everybody sits at the table and has dinner.
True.
right? So you're personalizing it by setting the table, right?
Totally.
Yeah. I've seen it both ways, and I was just curious, like what you guys thought as professionals when you walk into a home.
Most people don't live with their tables set
right
24/7, so
Yeah.
I do not
I think it
stage
depends
that
on the
way.
flow of the home as well too. Like
Yeah.
if you have a beautiful dining room that people know that you only use it for birthdays, holidays, special occasions,
Yeah.
I think it might be okay to set something like that to kind of like cap. But then again, some people don't eat dinner together as a
Yeah.
family, or some people
Right.
might not even have children, right? Or a family
Yes.
to even sit in,
Right.
you know, and that could be a
Make
kind of
them
a
feel
negative
bad,
or
a subconscious negative
absolutely
feeling.
right.
Yep.
So I think it goes both ways of that, of how you view the home.
Yeah, and sometimes sellers feel pretty strongly about which
So
way
when
to do
I
it.
see that Tina has come in and staged a home, she always does have something on the centerpiece. But if I don't have Tina, I will tell my homeowners, just leave it blank.
Yeah.
I will always
You'll
add a
virtually,
virtual
Yeah.
Yeah.
dozen red roses or
Yeah.
whatever I feel like doing for that space.
Great.
If there's any high chairs or boosters, remove them.
Yes.
And lately I've been seeing cushions on top of kitchen chairs.
Oh, the ones that tie back on the
Yes.
spindles?
Yes, and they're full of patterns and dirty and
Yeah, it's
no.
disgusting.
Right.
Remove those. Yes, it happens. Bathrooms. Toilet paper. This is a big one because I can't tell you how many times I've gone into bathrooms and the toilet seat is up.
Oh.
And the toilet paper roll is just the brown. Like
Like
nobody.
there's no toilet paper?
No.
It's empty.
Like I don't understand why somebody couldn't have put it in the trash or replaced the roll.
Yeah.
But yes, have a brand new toilet paper roll and give it that little triangle.
Yeah.
And your house cleaners will do that for you also if you tell them that you're
And like,
having your
as I
photos
stated
taken.
earlier, when you're staging a bathroom, the only things that should be on that bathroom floor are the fixed elements.
No rugs.
No
Yes,
rugs.
no rugs.
No toilet paper holder in its pretty little canister. No scales. All of that gets put into the cabinets and countertop, completely clean, something really pretty, soap pump, little bit of color on the walls, white towels, done.
Done.
And
Yeah.
no
Done.
trash.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
No trash. No
Must
trash.
be
Nothing.
white towels. White
Must
towels.
be white
Yes.
towels, and the pop of color comes from the little piece of artwork you put in the bathroom. So again, nothing on the floor except for the fixed elements: the tub, the toilet, the vanity.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
those
it.
are all really great tips. I love that. So, what would be some tricks?
Well, it depends on the bathroom. We're still talking about the bathroom. I've staged a home a year ago that had the old 60s pink tile going halfway up the wall, right? With a little black trim.
I know,
You
right?
you know,
Absolutely.
You know what I'm talking about. So
There's a
when it-
lot of those here in Massachusetts.
Right, and
Yeah.
then the floor had the little pink and cream 2x2 mosaics on the floor and the pink tub.
Right.
So what did I do? I added more pink. I added a nice big pink artwork, and then I used fresh white towels. I took all the tangible things off the floor and put it into the cabinet, and just a little floral on the countertop and a white soap pump. That pink looked so fresh and so inviting. That's what
It's
buyers look
you know,
for.
and I will tell you that because I've seen it, you doing this.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how much that actually works.
And so when buyers walk
Yeah.
into that bathroom, they're not going to say,
it's not
"Oh,"
as shocking.
they're not going to say also, I got to renovate this bathroom. It's pink. They're going to say, it's pleasing. They're going to say to themselves, I don't have to renovate this pink right away. Now, if
I
I
can
didn't,
live with it for a little bit.
exactly. And if
Yeah.
I didn't stage it and it was left as is with all the jams and jellies on the countertops and, you know, that sort of stuff, the buyers are going to say to themselves, oh, I got to renovate this right away. I can't live with this pink.
And I have to say, if you comb, which we all do, right? Even all consumers do too. They're always on Zillow or Realtor.com or some other site, and they're looking through the pictures, and it blows me away. Like they don't even clear off their vanities.
Right.
For
And you know your
pictures.
neighbors are going to be looking. You know that
And
strangers
as a
are going
seller,
to be looking.
like before I was a realtor, like I mean, I usually keep my bathroom clean, but as a consumer, like you don't necessarily think that way. That's not your specialty. So if you don't have your realtor or your stager or your photographer telling you this is really helpful, they may not, it's not always obvious to people. You know, it's not fair to judge them for that.
We're not judging, we're just trying to sell that bathroom
Right.
as
Right,
is.
right,
And
yes,
also a fresh
right.
shower curtain if it's not a shower glass door.
I think sometimes realtors are uncomfortable. They don't want to hurt people's feelings, so
Yes.
they don't want to say anything.
But the way we present it, we're tasteful, we're
Right.
tactful,
Yes.
and we're helping the seller, and they appreciate it.
They
and
really
it's all in the
do.
way that we deliver what we're saying.
I
and we do
agree.
it with caring, understanding.
Right.
And we want you to get the most money for your
Yes.
house. Like that's why you're
Yes.
hiring us.
And oftentimes after I have finished editing the photos, I'll send an email to the realtor with the link to view the gallery. But also if there are red flags, I will say, downstairs bathroom has odor.
Right.
Remove,
Yeah.
replace shower curtain.
Yeah,
Those valances need to go.
right.
I will give heads
Which
up.
is so you're just so
Because
good.
that
you take
way,
the extra time.
that way you can say, "Hey, my photographer said."
Yeah, we
instead
can blame
of
you.
Yes, go right ahead. Absolutely.
If you don't have the guts to do it, you can always blame the photographer.
Make sure your mirrors are clean in the bathroom.
Oh, yes.
And you asked for tips too. I will sometimes not photograph showers if they're not presentable. If they're full of shampoos and they're older. People know what old showers look like. I'm
Right.
only going to take a picture of a shower if it is luxurious, if it's beautiful, and there's no product in there.
Right, right. I agree with you. I think you don't want to show something. You're marketing the home in the positive pieces. We don't need to highlight the negative stuff.
Right.
They're going to see that on their own.
Right. Moving along to bedrooms. So make your beds neatly. I've had to make beds before.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know, it's unfortunate. Hopefully the realtor's there with you to help you make that bed.
Sometimes not.
Yeah. I know it does depend.
So beds need to be neatly made and preferably with a neutral color
White.
bedspread.
I always
White.
use white.
Yes.
Yeah.
With a pop of color at the blanket at the end of the bed.
Yes.
And the pop of color depends on the fixed elements that are in the room.
Right.
And then little color at the beginning of the bed with pillows. And balance is key, but we'll get into that later.
Yes.
Balance.
Balance.
Yep.
All clothing and shoes should be put away. And even under the bed, if I can see it,
Like if you don't
Please
have a bed
remove
skirt
it.
that
Right.
is hiding something, you should really try to remove
Right.
it. Right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
clear surfaces of clutter, old alarm clocks. It's a giveaway to buyers that you haven't updated. So get rid of your alarm clocks.
And it
just
doesn't
hide
matter.
them.
It doesn't matter if you haven't updated, but again, that's a personal touch, right? Like you want
People are
to-
judging.
right? And you want to say, oh well, subconsciously, oh this is an older home.
Yes.
That's what it says to
Or an
buyers.
older person lives here, maybe they haven't updated other things as well.
Right.
Nightstands. I'm okay with having a lamp on the nightstand, maybe a magazine, several books just stacked beautifully, maybe a plant. That's it.
It should be pretty clean.
Yes.
Just like your kitchen counters, right?
Yes.
Really, all flat surfaces in general should be pretty wiped clean
Yes.
as much as possible.
And that's it. We have now gone through
whole
all
list.
of my
So any
list. Yes.
tricks that would help with your photography, like that they could do? I think the light bulbs you talked about. Anything else in terms of a trick that might be?
Less is more.
Yeah.
So
Yes, that's good.
absolutely, less is more. I can virtually stage if needed. I can do everything.
Right.
To
It's
your
amazing
photos.
what
So
AI
less
has-
is more.
has helped us with, right?
Just clean, get the cleaning crew,
Yeah.
and let me take care of the rest.
And depersonalize.
Yes.
Yes.
One thing that I often think about too is a lot of homes have extra spaces, like an extra living room or a den or a library. And, you know, that space could be used maybe for a bedroom, depending, maybe you're using it as a bedroom. So I think when we think about when you're getting your home ready to sell, if it doesn't have a designated purpose, you really need to create a purpose for that room. Like, what is the function of this room? Sometimes they're really tiny. So I think the staging and then the photography angles are really important to say this room does have a function. And you have to give buyers an understanding of what it could be.
Instead of letting them guess what it could be, because they
Right.
might not know.
Right. And also space, if there's nothing in it, it's hard to know what can you do with it.
Exactly. It looks too small. I can't put
Yeah.
anything in it. Why? So we need to take that guess out of that for the buyer by staging
Yes.
it
And
and
I run
photographing
into that,
it well.
I run into that all the time for my floor plans because every room has a label.
Yes.
So sometimes it's called a bonus room. Sometimes it's a billiard room,
Yeah.
recreation room, sitting room, sun room. There's so many different options.
Yeah.
So when Tina comes in and says, nope, this is a sitting room, we listen to Tina and we do it that
That's
way.
right. That's right. That's right. And you know, all of these things that you've mentioned here today, they don't cost anything.
Right.
Right? These are things that you can do to get top dollar for your home without spending a dime. Right? So it's all about pre-planning. If you can, not everyone has that luxury, but if you can, and then if you don't have a lot of time, then hire the right people, right, to get in there and do it for you.
You know, like
before you
us.
do.
And I think it's our job too. It's really important when you have a listing appointment, you go in there with a need versus a preference,
Yes.
right? So somebody could say, you know, like I had a listing appointment yesterday and we were looking at the kitchen floors and they were in perfect condition. They were just a little bit older. So it's not a need, it's just a preference, right? So how do you bring in elements or, you know, staging of a certain color to almost like enhance that flooring, right? In the
camouflage.
color of it.
Yes.
And maybe just like add a little bit of paint on the wall to really enhance that. And they're not going to be spending thousands of dollars to have a floor replaced when they could be painting, you know, paying $30 or $40 to paint
Right.
a room.
Well, there's two ways you can
And it would enhance it.
something
Yeah.
like that. If it's the floor that has a color to it, there's two ways to enhance it. If it's not a very good color, like I said prior, we could add more of that color and sprinkle it throughout the room
Correct.
so it camouflages, or whatever that color flooring is, we can go opposite on the color wheel to accessorize, so that way they're playing off each other nicely.
Right, to
So those
complement that
yeah.
color.
Or we
Yeah.
can go analogous and go side by side on the color wheel. So it depends on the space itself
Right.
and what direction I go on the fixed
Absolutely.
element that's not in perfect shape.
And
That
I
has
think
to
that,
stay.
right. And it's important to get like a good real estate agent with the team that they have behind them to physically point those things out to the clients. Do you know what I mean? Because clients are gonna, you know, listen and it's somebody else coming in and they think that, oh, this needs to be done, but it might not. And it's gonna save you money in the long run and you're gonna get more for your home.
Right, absolutely.
So knowing those tips and tricks, I think is, you know, a great thing.
Absolutely. I think, and it can save you a lot of money in prepping your home, and then you'll be gaining more money on the other end when you go to sell it. This has been great. You guys have been wonderful with the tips and tricks today with photography and staging, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.